What's going on YouTube? We got the many problems with Kai Cenat Streamer University. Let's get straight into it. By A Bando. I might just call him AO Bando just to make it rhyme.
So Casanet has done many great things within the streaming world in just a relatively short amount of time, from breaking all-time records to doing countless streaming marathons, whether it was in prison or simply playing a game until he beats it. It's no doubt that Kai has completely revolutionized streaming, but his newest idea may be the biggest thing he's done thus far. This is something that will change a lot of people's lives forever, but the internet has already started sending a lot of hate and complaints
cool
Kai's
trailer.
way.
Oh my
And what's
God.
even crazier is this whole thing hasn't even started yet. But what's the idea and why is he getting all of this hate for it? Well, that's probably what you're here to find out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join the trap house with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now with all of that being said, let's get into the many problems of Streamers University. Okay, so as I said in the intro, Kai has already basically accomplished everything there is to do as a streamer. So now he's basically just coming up with all of these innovative ways to completely change the space. And on May 6, 2025, Kai would announce his biggest content idea to the world, which is known as Streamers University, an all-inclusive trip paid for where all creators will be living on a college campus for free and just enjoying life, getting content, while also learning how to become better streamers. There was also a bunch of classes listed on the website that creators could apply to as either a student or a professor, and these classes include business management, music production,
Sex education, business management, music production, film and acting, many more. Yeah. For the first one, I could probably think of a reason why.
film and acting, sex education, and even more. Now, even though we don't know much else about the classes or what else this university has to offer, streamers as big as XQC would begin hating on this whole thing very early.
Notable courses: sex ed, biz management, music production, film and acting, many more. Dude, they need to add it. They should change this low key to React, stalling, event hosting, fake drama, clip farming.
Don't you stall too? Like I remember a couple months ago, before Playback, removed the channel, XQC was in some BS because he will leave mid reaction for like 5 minutes and they come back and upload the video. Stall? How do you stall while live streaming? Fake drama, I can understand, but I'm pretty sure most of the time it'd be real drama or 50-50. But reactions, I mean, Kai do more than reactions. Other people do more than reactions.
That's what you gotta know. We don't need any of this shit. You don't need any of this to be assuring. Most of this shit is useless. Most of our live content.
Okay. Sex education. I'm pretty sure to deal with lust. If you're a content creator, you're doing good, millions of views on YouTube, 20K viewers when you go live. Let's say 2 million on TikTok, but you got the lust issue. That's probably the reason why for sex education. Business management probably had to deal with business that involves with your to do like what's that word? Collab other people, music, probably like what music to put in your video so you won't get copyright or stuff like that. Film and acting, do some little role play or whatever, something like that, and some other stuff.
Clip farming. That's what you gotta know. We don't need any of this shit. You don't need any of this to be assuring. Most of this shit is useless.
Clip farming, bro. Sorry for the pausing too, but even if you're not trying to clip farm, you still will get clip farm. Like you could say something that's real, and then people gonna clip it and farm it. You know what I'm saying? Or you just do something stupid by accident. You even realize you did something stupid. Like let's say you reacted to something and then you say something stupid, or you point something stupid out or whatever, or play the game. Like you play Batman Arkham Knight and you keep messing up, and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who will mess up on a Batman game.
Useless. most of the live content is superfluous content.
But on contrary to what SQC thought about the university, many streamers and content creators all around the world completely loved this idea and rapidly began submitting their applications and videos in hopes of being accepted into the school.
Honey Dukes?
There were literally people submitting applications to Streamers University that didn't even go and apply for real college. Trust me, I know because I was one of them. Well, I didn't actually apply because I knew there was really no chance of me getting into this university at all. But thousands of content creators all around the world did end up applying. Although a popular content creator by the name of Dub, who also happens to be DDG's brother and knows Casanat personally as well, will end up making some claims live on stream that instantly shut down a lot of people's hopes and dreams.
Right. So it's gonna be people trying to get into that academy, and it's gonna be daddies trying to pay millions of dollars for trying to get in that motherfucker, bro. And you thinking that on an iPhone 11 can get in that, bro? And no setup on an iPhone 11, streaming off a Google Chrome laptop can get in that bitch? Bro, they finna have real life steppers in that motherfucker. Bro, they finna have to pay. I'll treat that bitch like Harvard University getting in that motherfucker. Trump's son gonna be in that bitch. Elon Musk's sister gonna be in that motherfucker. Nigga, done. Not motherfucking try to apply for that shit. Ain't gonna work for your motherfucking ass. Yeah, done. It's a right now probably got Kai on a private jet on his way to look at a jet to put his weak ass son in that bitch.
Now, I'll be honest, I was originally thinking this way too. I figured there was no way possible that Casanat was going to go out and get 50 content creators from all over the internet that no one really knew. But it was originally stated that it didn't matter if you were a smaller creator, bigger creator, or a completely unknown creator. It didn't even matter if you streamed before in your life, as long as you created some form of content on the internet. But once Kai recently sparked a stream from his office in the university, he too would quickly kill a lot of people's dreams by saying certain types of people wouldn't be allowed into the university.
If you are in the hood and there was no bone in your body to make content until you seen Streaming University, you're not getting in. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 100 with this gang. You're not about to fulfill a spot who genuinely loves the content shit. If you are a inconsistent streamer, not inconsistent streamer, a inconsistent content creator, meaning
Yep.
you haven't dropped a video or a piece of content in like 2 years ago, or even a year ago, or even 5 months ago, and your first time making content again is when you see this, you're not getting in. I'm sorry. Tell me.
Do you think Corey Kenshin would have applied? Comment down below. It just popped in my mind. Like when he said that if you've been inconsistent, I'm like, damn. Good thing Corey came back.
Me why there are OnlyFans applying. Talking about how they stream. We're not talking about streaming on OnlyFans. You can't get in.
So this is what people started to.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're a hood dude and you seen this and thought, oh yeah, let me apply, you're definitely not getting in. If you did like what Kai said, you didn't make not one TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube video, and you think you're gonna apply just to live stream, I ain't gonna lie to you, he probably might live stream just to be on some dumb BS, like, oh, going live in the hood with the bros. I don't know, some stupid stuff. And then OnlyFans models, they trying to get some more lustful teenagers. That's what they're trying to do. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
Realized that the applicants were going to be handpicked instead of being more of a randomized thing. And to me, this was understandable because obviously you don't want someone who literally knows nothing about streaming or content creation at all. Or maybe you don't want people going around causing unnecessary drama and things like that. And of course, you definitely don't want any women on stream promoting degenerate things to a younger audience, such as their OF account. But then again, one of the announced professors is the very popular India Love, a woman who's been famous on the internet for years, mostly because of her looks alone. And ironically, she does in fact have an OF account, but I don't even know if she's still active on it. And she did just recently start a streaming career, so maybe that saves it a little bit. But even Kai would be surprised that she applied to be a part of Streamer University. So this is where Kai started receiving some backlash on the internet because it already seemed to be contradictory, and it was clear that he was willing to bend the rules based on certain creators' level of clout. And speaking of clout, Kai recently revealed most of the creators that are going to be a part of Streamers University, and let's just say this alone caused them to get a lot of hate online. But before I get into that, I do just want to say congrats to everyone who did get accepted. This isn't meant to bash or take anything away from any.
Oh yeah. Congratulations to people that made it. There is a couple of names I did see, like Dabo. Congratulations to Dabo. But I ain't gonna lie to you. No disrespect to Dabo, but after seeing Dabo on the list, I'm like, okay, so low key, if you're like someone around the internet a couple of times, like Dabo, Reggie, uh, hmm, Rikai, Ray, Punga, I think that's his name, Tylil. You're 9 times out of 10, you might get accepted. So it makes sense. So I'm not mad at that. Like it makes sense to be around the internet so many times, and then you get accepted because 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, you gonna be on Kai feed like a couple of times, and then if you fuck with your content, he gonna like you. And if you see your application, you be like, oh yeah, no need to review his application. You know, if you know you're a good person, you're not lustful or any of that stuff, you're getting accepted. That's look how I seen after seeing Nabo. Once again, I'm not bashing Nabo. It just confirmed my theory, which I don't have a problem with anyways.
Anyone or to say that you guys are any less deserving of the opportunity. This is all just criticisms that I've seen of Streamers University online within the past like few days. And for those of you who didn't get accepted, just keep grinding, keep going, and a better opportunity will come your way eventually. But anyways, to get started on everyone who did get a chance to be a part of the university, as I said, many people originally thought this was going to be something for people with no real name on the internet at all. Like people genuinely thought this was going to be a school to literally learn content creation. But once the professors and students got revealed, it was clear that this wasn't going to be the case at all. So the professors consisted of entirely big name creators such as DDG, Z and B.
I hope Z and B Lou is just for like fitness. Please, oh shoot, I ain't king. I hope all three of them, I'm King Fitness and Z and B Lou is like for fitness, please. Cause the stuff they be staying on Instagram, TikTok, oh my god. Bro asks B Lou, is your wee soft? Or low key my personal favorite, or the huh? Wait. Huh? Wait. Huh? That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Oh my.
Lou, I'm Dante, almost all of the AMP members besides Phantom and Davis, cooking with Kaya, who was literally one of the most viral TikTok sensations over the past few months. And
I did see Cookie Kai, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, why is she as a professor? But then again, she know how to cook, so there's probably streamers in there that want to learn how to cook. There's nothing wrong with it. But in Twitter, people was like, oh, this is gonna learn how to shake ass and cook, and it's like, damn, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna do that as a professor. She's not gonna throw it back and then cook. I'm pretty sure she's not that dumb to do that.
many other creators with large followings as well. The only person I really wasn't familiar with was someone by the name of Marcus King, but after very little research, I've seen that not only does he already know Kai personally, but he also has over 800,000 followers between TikTok and Instagram combined. Now, in my opinion, I don't feel like any of the people I just named actually submitted any type of application or anything to get into the university.
Yeah.
It's literally just his friends or people that are already widely known across the internet. And while
Nothing
I
wrong with
do
it, to be
personally
honest.
like the idea of bigger creators being like the professors or teachers, it really just seems pointless to me to even have it as an option for regular people to apply to, especially if you already had like a general idea of who.
So you mean to tell me Kai had y'all making films trying to get accepted just to only accept famous people? Famous people? It makes sense because, like, people that actually want to be there to get better at doing content, to them, I can understand why they get mad because, like, damn, like I said, once again, no hate, but, Dabo, Ray Kai, all them, they already there, so I definitely have no chance of making it.
he wanted to be professors. I mean, there was literally people submitting videos and all in hopes of becoming an actual professor at the university. But like I said, it wasn't the end of the world, and I actually do like the idea of it. And I thought maybe since these professor roles were filled with people we already knew, maybe the actual content creators who were attending the university as students would be a lot more randomized and like less known, things like that. But for the most part, many other people on the internet, including myself, ended up being wrong again. As he started revealing the handpicked streamers that would be a part of the university, I could instantly tell that this wasn't actually going to be a thing for unknown
JG
creators at all.
Rondo.
For example,
him
I don't
too.
even know why Brooklyn and Deshae Frost were accepted into the university as students. I mean, I could understand if they were teachers, considering they've been content creators for like 8 years now. They literally have a doctorate's degree in content creation. So there's no reason why they should have to be at a university to
Ooh, Deshae Frost should be a teacher for like lust, like control your lust. Yup. Any content creator that kind of knows that got a problem with lust, make them a teacher. Make them talk about like what he did was wrong, all that stuff. That would be a great idea.
learn how to create content. But for those of you that don't know, Brooklyn Frost is like best friends with Casanat's girlfriend. And of course, Deshae and Casanat are very close friends as well. And besides her, you also have creators like Quan, Mr. ATL, Money Glitch himself, another creator who is literally huge all across social media. But there's also people like Light Skin Monte, who's been doing skits since I was in middle school, Ash Alk, who has over 2 million followers across all platforms, Jay Cinco, who has almost 3 million followers across all platforms, No Limit J, who literally got invited to a Kim Kardashian party like a year ago, Dabo, who was literally
Really?
just on stage with Playboy Cardi alongside Kai himself, and of course all of his friends or associates that we've seen him with in the past. And there's many other creators who are part of this that's pretty known as well. One person I do want to specifically give a quick shout out to though is D Block Davo, because I've recently seen a clip of him replying to someone who asked him would he be attending Streamers University, and the answer that he gave was the answer I expected most of these bigger creators to give as well.
Like, I don't need none. I don't need to apply for Street University. I'm gonna keep it all against it with y'all. I'm not trying to knock nobody, my nigga, but bro, if you got a following, bro, you don't need to be being in Stream University, bro. Why? You got 5 million followers, bro. Let the people who don't got a following that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, make a name for themselves, make a name for you. You already made a name for yourself.
Facts.
You got over 1 million followers. You know what I'm saying? Like let people without a name try to, you know what I'm saying, come up, bro. God damn. I saw a motherfucker with 8 million followers talking about some, I got 8 million followers. That's why I need to be on. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. That's not no okay.
Now, of course, there are some.
That's like Queso getting accepted, but he's a student, and it's like he averaged like damn near 90K viewers on his live stream. He don't need to be a student. A teacher, yeah. Ooh, no, maybe Queso be a fitness professor. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, like that's like Queso being a student, and it's like you average damn near 90K viewers. You don't need to be a student. You know what I'm saying?
Who may look at this list and not know many people there at all. And while there are a few people who are lesser known on the internet that managed to get into Streamers University, such as Avery Amon, I hope I pronounced that right. Congrats to you, because while I was doing my research, I seen you got accepted, went to your social media accounts and seen you weren't really that big on any social media. You just grinded like everyone else. Hopefully you and anyone else who got accepted that doesn't have that big of a platform truly go in there and take advantage of this opportunity. But anyways, for those of you who look at this list and may not know many of the names, I promise you, if you do your own research and look up some of these people, you will see that they already know Kai, or at least been around Kai at some point in their career, or they already have a pretty big following on some major platform. This is something that people had a lot of problems with across social media. And as I stated numerous times in this video already, this is something that people assumed was going to be for people starting from literally ground zero. Something that was meant for people who grinded for years and maybe averaged a few hundred viewers at most. And a popular counter to these claims that I've seen online is that if Kai went out and got a bunch of streamers who averaged 2 viewers, no one would know who they are, which means no one would end up watching this. And I just don't think that's true at all. I mean, it's literally Casanat. He's one of the top 3 biggest streamers in the entire world. Just think about the lives he's already changed. Like, no one...
He have a point, but also is the type of content you make that could attract people to your channel. Like let's say you're into anime. Let's say Kai have like what 500K viewers. I'm pretty sure at least like 25 or 30% of his viewers like anime or maybe all, but pretty sure 35% of his viewers like anime. So if the dude like to talk about Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, JJK, Gojo, of course. What you call it? Solo leveling, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure they would tune in to see his hot takes or react to like funny moments or like have like debates or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Knew who Ray was at all, 3 years ago? And after randomly meeting Kai on a school field trip in Japan, he now has over 1 million followers on Twitch, TikTok, all of that. And he's easily one of the biggest creators on Twitch right now. So if you think Kai couldn't take 50 different random personalities that weren't known at all by the internet and put them into a university and teach them how to stream, and it'll get literally no views, then you probably just don't understand how streaming works. But anyways, there's been a lot of people online sending Kai some that hate because of this.
Ouch. Ouch.
But the person who's been going the most viral recently goes by the name of Zoe Spencer, someone who has a pretty decent following online and has even been featured in a few Casanat streams as well. She's been going viral because she literally broke down in tears live on stream after not getting accepted into the university, but she claimed it was a bigger reason why she didn't actually get accepted.
Invited to the party. Every friend going to the party, but one of them. So all of the men's like, yo, you not coming? No. When I saw Zeddy's, I was like, damn. Because, I just don't understand. Like, I'm the best person that I try to be good, and I know I troll and I play a lot, but it's just my personality, I'm a real person, and I mean well behind all people, even people that hurt me. I give chance after chance, and that's in all my relationships, my friendships, everything, like things that I go through with other people, like real life shit. Like, I see the good in all people.
And Kai did end up responding to Zoe rather quickly, affirming that there was indeed a bigger reason why she didn't get accepted.
It started here. September 24th. In Atlanta. I ain't never say nothing, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm not holding this against you. I'm not putting it past you because I know who you are as a person. September 24th. Drewski show. I dead ass for the first time felt secondhand felt embarrassed. If y'all see that clip, like, at one point I told her to chill because, like, bro, there was like a lot of going on. But Zoe is like very, she's very outgoing. She's very positive. That's her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna put that past her. But right there, something felt off. But like, I didn't put that past her. I'm like, okay.
But as Kai himself even said, if you're familiar with Zoe or the type of content she makes, then you'll know that that's literally just her personality. And that whole aggressive, loud thing has been her persona online since she started doing content, as far as I know. And for anyone sending her hate or just calling her a hater or anything like that, just try to chill out a little bit, because imagine how you'd feel if all of your friends got invited to this big event, probably the biggest event in content creation history, and you just end up completely left out. And not to mention, some of them don't even stream. But they're
Okay, let me say something real quick. So, yeah, she is a really outgoing person. I be seeing clips and stuff on TikTok and Instagram. The thing is, there was a clip of her biting Duke hand, and it's like, why? Like you could be outgoing, you could be, all that stuff, but like what Soleimani said, you gotta read the room. If stuff is a little too serious, you should like, all the way down. You know what I'm saying? But like, I could see both sides. Why she cried for not getting in, but why Kai didn't want to get in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and now she have now it's World War 46 because now she into it with Soleimani. So
There's been a few other creators that I want to briefly go over as well before I end this video because I know it's getting kind of lengthy. The first one being that no kick streamers got accepted into Streamer University, which isn't necessarily true at all. Because some of the streamers that got accepted do multi-stream, and Kick is one of the platforms that they actually multi-stream on. Their main platform just happens to be Twitch or something else. But let's just be honest here for a second. We all know that Kick streamers literally have like negative aura. If you stream on Kick and you go around telling people you're a Kick streamer, they're gonna look at you a little funny. And that's not really your fault or saying you're a bad creator or a weirdo or anything like that. The reality is just most people that stream on Kick do happen to be weirdos, or the biggest creators on Kick do happen to be weirdos. And not to mention all of the streamers who go over there and just end up getting exposed for doing completely weird things. Kick in general just has a bad stigma, but that's not most of y'all's fault at all. Anyways, another complaint that I've seen was that there was a lack of diversity, or should I say,
and another thing is too, like, Kick. I don't think Kick rules aren't strict, so that's why people go out there, slap people with no consequence, have fights and all that stuff. And it's like, I understand them not having rules because, like, Twitch, but it's like, bro, people are literally fighting. Like people are just doing weird stuff, and it's like, I'm pretty sure Kick is a cool live streaming website. But if people are just doing weird stuff, it gives the platform negative aura or like negative review go on it. Like if a dude, well, me personally, if a dude said that, oh, he live stream a Kick, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna ask, oh, what do you live stream? If you said something regular, like, reactions, playing or whatever, be like, oh, okay, shoot, I'll probably tune in, whatever. But if you just do some weird stuff like IRL, but like you just troll people, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna, no. Like you can do IRL streaming, but like if you do that just to fuck around with people, sorry for the language, but if you just mess around with people, you're just weird.
say a lack of white streamers here at Streamers University. Obviously I didn't go through every single streamer to see what race they were, but I know Aim High is one of the professors and he's white, so that's false. But I could also see where people are coming from the people I were familiar with, and I was familiar with a lot of them. Most of them, to my knowledge, aren't white at all. But I think Kyle also tried to base this all off of like his demographic and people who he think his viewers would like the most. But of course, none of these complaints or hate sent towards Kai's way will go unnoticed at all. And in a stream that Kai did literally earlier today, he stated that because of all of the money he invested into Streamers University and all of the hate and backlash it's been getting online, according to Kai, after this, he'll never do another Streamers University again.
That's my shit! That's the thing, like, I'm never doing it again. I'm never doing this again, cause now I'm mad. Cause it's like, no matter which direction I go, no matter which way I try to make sure a thing is good, I always get the bad end of the stick. My bank statements is ridiculous behind this shit. Nobody's paying a dime to be in this shit. This is strictly for me to help me. I'm finna crash out.
And of course he's saying that now, but classes hasn't even officially started yet. And with how big Casanat is by himself and how big every other creator here is put together, there's literally no chance that this isn't successful. Personally, I think it'll be the biggest thing to ever touch Twitch. My thing is, I just hope creators who aren't really known at all that did manage to get accepted take full advantage of this life-changing opportunity, lock in, use this opportunity to grow and become a bigger streamer, content creator, whatever it is that you do, and not only change your life, but also change your family's life forever. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is you guys' opinion. So be sure to comment down below and let me know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I made this a damn near 30-minute video. But hope you guys like the reaction. Comment down below what's your thoughts of Kai Streaming University. Did you apply? Did you get accepted or not? Comment down below. I read all messages. If you don't believe me, check my TikTok. CDA Jack and CDA Gaming 16. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the channel on our way to 1,141 subscribers. This is CD. Gotta go to work soon. I'm out.